On News Hour tonight, Zabarmari rice farmers blame high diesel costs, urge government for milling factory support. Police repel terrorist attack in Borno, officer injured. Lagos residents embrace paper bag recycling for economic gains. On the foreign scene, Syria mounts counter-attacks to stall insurgent advances. Hello and welcome to the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. I am Aisha Salihu. We are reaching you live from Nigeria's capital city, Abuja. We begin with factors impacting agricultural development in the northeastern part of Nigeria. Zabarmari, a small but vibrant community in Jere local government area of Borno State, plays a pivotal role in Nigeria's rice production, supplying markets across the state and beyond. Despite their resilience and contribution to the nation's food basket, the high cost of diesel is hampering production, and residents are calling for a government-backed milling factory to unlock their full potential. Trust TV's Beatrice Gorutsi reports.
Zabarmari may be small, but its impact on rice production is anything but. Each year, hundreds of hectares are cultivated, making the community a vital trading hub for rice and other food commodities. The journey from paddy to polished rice is labor-intensive, involving parboiling, drying, and milling over 3 days. Despite having close to 100 milling machines that process around 50 bags daily, the soaring cost of diesel threatens their operations. A factory residents believe could revolutionize productivity and create jobs.
Our milling machine processes about 50 bags daily, but we could achieve much more if we had a milling factory or financial support. Currently, a liter of diesel costs 1,700 naira, and we consume 115 liters daily to meet demand. This requires a lot of money, which is why we are pleading with the government to empower us.
Muna so a buɗa mana kasuwanmu na farko a buɗa shi ya ƙaru sannan wurin masana'antunmu ma shi ma a buɗa shi.
Our market is small and we need expansion to have enough space for business activities. The recent flood affected some of our milling machines, which has been a major setback for us.
Tunda kaga yanzu abun da zaka samu dadin yanzu in ka je kana yi din ba za ka samu wani abu sosai ba tunda abun yayi yawa.
We would greatly appreciate it if the government reduced the cost of diesel, fuel and gas. It would make life easier for us and help lower the price of rice. The government has done a lot for this community, but if they could also tar the small 3-kilometer road that connects us, it would make a big difference.
Despite the devastating floods in September that destroyed vast rice fields, the Zabarmari community remains steadfast in its fight against food insecurity. With the right support, they believe their agricultural legacy can thrive, bringing prosperity to their people and beyond. Beatrice Gorutsi, Trust TV News, Maiduguri.
And in Jigawa State have called on the federal government to address the hardship caused by inflation in Nigeria. The call, according to them, has become imperative as daily survival has been threatened as businesses are no longer thriving. Trust TV's correspondent in the state, Ali Rabiu Ali, filed in this report.
Among the worst hits are clothes and shoe sellers in Dutse, the capital city of Jigawa State. They are lamenting the continuous rise in inflation and its attendant hardship across the country. Most of the businessmen have wives and children who depend on them for support, but they are struggling to meet even half of their family's needs. They complain that whenever they go to buy goods from Kano, the prices keep increasing, thereby affecting their business. Bill Ahirgarkon Ali, a cloth seller, said he is barely managing to survive with 2 wives and 8 children to care for. He appealed to the government to address the situation.
I am a roadside businessman selling juicy here at the capital city. So I cannot talk a lot about the condition presently facing the business, because due to the fact that the price is very cost, and the customers, even the customers, cannot be able to come and purchase the goods from us due to the high condition of the scarcity of money here we are facing.
The story is not different for Balarabe Sani Awal, a shoe and cap seller, also known as Heru. He urged the government to look into the problem faced by ordinary people. I sell shoes and caps. Business right now is at its lowest ebb because we are displaying our goods, but buyers cannot afford to buy due to the high cost of living. Therefore, the government should assist the poor people through direct intervention. Trust TV spoke to some residents in the area on the impacts of inflation on prices. I came to buy glasses, but due to the cost of the glasses, I can't afford to buy them. The government should look into this situation and assist us. The high cost of living is affecting everything. I came here to buy a pair of shoes, but everything is very expensive now. Last year I bought shoes at the rate of 3,000 naira, but now they are selling it at the rate of 6,500 naira. Sincerely, the government needs to look into the situation. Nigeria's inflation rate rose for the second straight month in October 2024, climbing a 4-month high of 33.9% from 32.7% in September. The rise was driven primarily by escalating food prices, soaring energy costs, and ongoing volatility in foreign exchange markets. From Jigawa, Ali Rabiu Ali, Trust TV News.
President Bola Tinubu has described the pre-subsidy removal era in Nigeria as a time of fake good life, warning that it nearly led the country to economic collapse. Speaking at the 34th and 35th convocation ceremonies of the Federal University of Technology, Akure, the president emphasized that his administration's decision to remove the fuel subsidy and unify exchange rates was necessary to salvage the nation's future. Represented by Professor Wahab Egbewole, Vice-Chancellor of the University of Ilorin, Tinubu said the policies, though tough, were already yielding results. He noted improvements in the macroeconomy and the shift from a consumption-driven to a production-focused economy. The president urged Nigerians to unite in rebuilding the nation's fortunes, highlighting the need to curb the ongoing brain drain. He condemned the mass emigration of skilled youth, describing it as detrimental to Nigeria's development. FUTA Vice-Chancellor Professor Adenike Oladiji disclosed that 6,405 graduates were conferred degrees across 9 schools during the combined convocation. She noted the institution's focus on research and innovation, which continues to yield significant achievements across various fields. And to labor matters, the Sokoto State chapter of the Nigeria Labour Congress has suspended its planned strike over the implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage. The state NLC chairman, Comrade Abdullahi Aliyu, disclosed this during a press briefing over the weekend. He revealed that the new wage, set to take effect in January 2025, will benefit genuine council workers and teachers across the state. Speaking after a meeting with the union's executives at the NLC Secretariat in Sokoto, he expressed the bright support for the agreement reached with the state government. He also emphasized that the implementation of the minimum wage aligns with the broader goal of fostering development in the state. The chairman further urged workers in the state to exercise patience while expressing confidence in the state government's commitment to unveiling more beneficial welfare packages for its workforce. Governor Ahmed Ali of Sokoto State had at the presentation of the state proposed budget for the 2025 fiscal year to the State Assembly announced January 2025 as the effective date for the implementation of the 70,000 naira minimum wage for workers in the state. And to security matters, a police officer sustained injuries during a terrorist attack on the Jacana Divisional Police Headquarters in Borno State on November 28. The attack, which occurred around 1 a.m., was repelled by officers of the Nigeria Police Force. Force spokesperson Moyiwa Adejobi confirmed the incident, stating that the attackers were met with strong resistance, leaving many with bullet wounds. The injured officer is receiving medical attention and is reported to be responding to treatment. In Sokoto, security operatives raided bandit camps on November 25, dismantling several hideouts and recovering AK-47 rifles, loaded magazines and other ammunition. Similarly, in Delta State, police intercepted suspected kidnappers on November 28, recovering firearms and ammunition after a gun battle forced the suspects to flee. Inspector General of Police Kayode Adeolu Egbetokun praised the operatives for their courage and commitment, urging them to maintain their resolve in safeguarding lives and property across the nation. Troops of 6th Brigade Nigerian Army and Sector 3 Operation Wellstroke, led by Brigadier General Kingsley Uwa, have intensified clearance operations across Taraba State, targeting bandit hideouts ahead of the Yuletide season. The latest offensive, Operation Golden Peace, launched on November 28, cleared camps in Takum, Donga and other local government areas, including notorious terrorist hubs like New Boko and Che Adekwe. Fierce firefights forced bandits to retreat and troops destroyed camps while recovering 27 rounds of 7.62mm ammunition, an AK-47 magazine, a handheld radio and motorcycles. Brigadier General Uwa thanked local communities for their support and urged vigilance, promising to ensure peace and security across the state. Still on security matters, armed robbers have ambushed El Kanami Warriors Football Club team bus at Regio Mala village along Just Bauchi Road in Bauchi State, injuring many players and officials. Daily Trust gathered that the team were traveling for a league match when the ugly incident happened. Personal assistant to the technical advisor of the club, Suleiman Abdullahi, told Daily Trust that the incident occurred around 12:45 midnight on Saturday. The Bauchi Police Command spokesman, SP Ahmed Wakil, confirmed the incident, saying that the secretary of the Kanami Warriors Football Club, Dahiru Bala, reported the matter to the police. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, has ordered an investigation into the boat mishap in Kogi State. Scores of persons were feared dead in the accident that happened on Friday. In response, the IGP directed the force marine officer to lead a comprehensive investigation into the cause of the mishap. Force spokesperson Olumuyiwa Adejobi said in a statement on Saturday, the aim is to identify contributing factors and develop actionable strategies to prevent similar occurrences on the nation's waterways. The police says the investigation will also provide insights into improving the overall safety and emergency response systems for water transport across the country. IGP Egbetokun called on waterway operators, boat owners, and other stakeholders to work closely with the Force Marine Department in adopting and enforcing critical safety measures to protect passengers and operators alike. Meanwhile, at least 20 persons have been rescued and 8 bodies recovered from the tragic boat accident that occurred along the Dembo-Abochi section of River Niger in Niger State The chairman of Kacha local government area, Abdullahi Saku, confirmed the figure to Channels Television during an assessment of the area. Saku said the boat was carrying over 200 passengers, mostly artisans and traders, when the accident occurred. Rescue efforts are still ongoing to recover some of the bodies. Meanwhile, the community is urging the federal government to dredge the Dembo-Aboche section of River Niger up to Barrow to reduce the incidence of boat mishaps in the area. Nigeria has experienced many boat mishaps in recent months, leading to the death of scores of persons. Away from security matters, the National Agency for Food and Drugs Administration and Control says the videos circulating of individuals engaging in enforcement activities are not NAFDAC officials or part of the agency's investigation and enforcement team. The statement says stopping vehicles to destroy products is unprofessional and does not align with any NAFDAC standard operating procedure. Earlier, the Lagos State Commissioner of Environment and Water Resources had linked the viral video to NAFDAC operations in the state.
What about these people when they
stop? They go stop, they don't go walk. Yeah? They say they get time.
Yeah? Now just say this is the time when they will go now.
Oh my father.
Grappling with environmental challenges, recycling has become more than just an eco-friendly practice. It is a lifeline for many Nigerians. Paper bags, once discarded as waste, are now transforming lives as a source of income, supporting families and driving small-scale industries. The report.
In today's economy, waste is no longer just trash. Items like paper bags, often overlooked, have gained a new lease of life through recycling. Known for their durability and eco-friendliness, paper bags have become a popular alternative to plastic. Initially invented by American schoolteacher Francis Wool in 1852 for packaging small items, paper bags have since evolved. They are now used for everything from food packaging to event souvenirs, combining style with sustainability. In Lagos, residents are embracing this growing trend.
A paper bag is difficult to get around. Unless you get to supermarket, you can't get paper bag. And if you are buying something in the market, you can't see paper bag to buy. So it's not available. Though it's more presentable, but not available. And I can also tell you that nylon may last longer.
I think it's more preferable to nylon bags. For one reason, it is more presentable. They look fine. And then, what can I say again? They are nice.
Paper bag is more presentable and it can be reused. It is reusable, especially for women. Either you are going to the market or you just want to quickly get something close to your house or wherever you are going. So I think paper bag is like, I'm not going to say it, like the upgraded version of the nylon bag.
We generate a lot of waste as regards papers from our schools and from corporate body. So it's okay to recycle, and recycling it, of course, we can use as carrier bags. It's okay. And other ways of which can also use papers too. So it's fine because this festive season, in fact, more people should be encouraged to use paper bags.
Beyond their artistic appeal, specialized paper bags are designed with nylon linings to protect goods from moisture. These bags, often made from chemicals like soda, are significant components of Nigerians' recycling efforts. Recycling paper bags not only reduces waste products, but also cuts greenhouse gas emissions, saving energy and conserving resources. According to studies, recycling 1 ton of paper saves 17 trees and 3.3 cubic yards of landfill space. In Nigeria, this has also created job opportunities for scavengers, transporters, and artisans. Speaking to Trust TV, Alhaji Muhammad Kudu, chairman of the Agege Paper Bag Recycling Association, highlights the financial benefits of recycling.
Bag I just bought it from Mokapun, Amingo, Sontura. I buy all this come back. This bag I bought it. I buy all this come back for scrap. If I want to for scrap, I can't come to my shop. After I can't come to my shop, I will type back as I type from company. From here, I carry to go bigger. From Bega, I will load this thing to go Sokoto, Kano, Chad, Meduguri. After you reach that size, you go to cut it, to sew it, to how you go white. Now only Sunday and Saturday to go work. If you go from Monday to Friday, if you go to work, every day they make 2,000, 3,000, 4,000.
Anything we did inside this country, if you can abide with it, it will be more appreciable than anything we are doing. We don't need to import anything.
Despite challenges, paper bag recycling offers a sustainable solution that balances economic growth with environmental preservation. For many Nigerians, it's more than recycling, it's a means of survival. The hustle and bustle of Agege's recycling hub underscores the impact of turning trash into cash, one paper bag at a time.
The Speaker of the Jigawa State House of Assembly, Honorable Haruna Aliyu Dangatin, is spearheading an ambitious campaign to combat the out-of-school children crisis in the state. Working alongside 29 other lawmakers, the initiative has seen immediate impact, with 300 children already enrolled in Miga local government area of the state. The report.
Sabuwar Dallan community in Miga local government area is one of many regions in Jigawa state grappling with the challenge of out-of-school children. In a significant move, the Speaker Haruna Aliyu Dangatin personally enrolled 300 children, providing them with free school bags, uniforms and exercise books to ease their transition into the classroom. This effort is part of the broader pledge to enroll 8,000 children within his constituency. Speaking at the event, Governor Umar Namadi, through his representative, highlighted recent investments in education, including the empowerment of 6,000 qualified teachers to bolster primary and secondary schools.
One of the most pressing challenges of education is out-of-school children. And to address that, we have to find out what exactly are the issues involved. Part of the issues, one, uniform, school bag, books, and some few other things that really impede the progress of education at the basic level, especially as it affects our poor and vulnerable children and parents. So I'm really very, very glad, exceedingly happy to represent His Excellency. It's a great honor for me to witness this occasion where the Honorable Speaker really contributes his own quota to ensuring that out-of-school children are taken back to the classroom to learn.
The motive behind this program is to bring back all the children that are out of school. And as you have known, it's part of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Jigawa State, top point agenda. Giving education, free and qualitative one, to the child of masses. And those who are out of school, the Executive Governor promised to bring them back. That's why you follow his footsteps. And if you could remember, we have signed a commitment with UNICEF under my leadership, promising that we'll bring all the children who are out of school in the Jigawa state.
The initiative has received widespread praise, with Governor Namadi calling it a model for other states and even the National Assembly. He stressed that addressing the out-of-school children crisis is key to unlocking Nigeria's potential and achieving sustainable development.
You're watching the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. Coming up ahead. Working community in Taraba celebrates end of harvest season in grand style. Plenty more to come after the break. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thank you so much for staying with us. You're still watching the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. Here is a recap of some of our top stories. Zabarmari rice farmers blame high diesel costs, urge government for milling factory support. Police repel terrorist attack in Borno, officer injured. And to other stories. Investigative journalist Fisayo Shoyombo has accused the Nigerian army of compromising his safety following his 3-day detention at the 6th Division in Port Harcourt, Rivers State, during an undercover investigation into illegal oil bunkering. The Foundation for Investigative Journalism had reported his arrest, with the army later alleging he was apprehended at an illegal oil bunkering site, a claim Shoyombo refuted. He clarified that he approached military personnel during his investigation, believing they were there for a settlement, but was instead detained without proper explanation. In an interview with Arise News, Shoyombo revealed his mistrust of public institutions, including the army, as a reason for not disclosing his investigation beforehand. He claimed the detention stemmed from an officer's frustration over not receiving a bribe from the illegal bunkers. Shoyombo maintained his undercover persona as an oil bunker operator while in custody, only revealing his identity as a journalist after being transferred to the 6th Division headquarters. He criticized the army for linking him to oil theft in its public statement, arguing that it endangered his life by exposing him to those he was investigating. He also highlighted broader concerns about press freedom in Nigeria, noting resistance from security agencies toward investigative journalism. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has arrested Ezeokoli Silva, a 59-year-old businessman based in Brazil, for ingesting 700 grams of cocaine. He was intercepted at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos on November 29, 2024, upon his return from Sao Paulo via an Ethiopian Airlines flight through Addis Ababa. According to NDLEA spokesperson, Silva claimed to have ingested the drugs with plans to sell them in Nigeria to raise capital for his business, which involves selling provisions, shoes, and clothes in Brazil. In a related development, NDLEA operatives intercepted 2 drug consignments headed for the UK through a Lagos courier service on November 26. The packages contained 200 grams of cocaine concealed in local fabrics and 40 ampoules of pentazocine injections weighing 110 grams hidden in cartons. NDLEA Chairman Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Marwa, retired, commended the agency's operatives across MMIA, Lagos, Kano, and Edo, for their ongoing efforts in reducing drug supply and demand nationwide. Similarly, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency has raised alarm over the rise in peddling and abuse of illegal substances in Kano State. As a football hub in northern Nigeria, Kano, with its hundreds of registered clubs, faces significant challenges in keeping the sport free from drug abuse. In a bid to tackle the menace, NDLEA Kano has launched a campaign to educate footballers, fans, and coaches on the dangers of substance abuse. Trust TV's Abdulaziz Ibrahim reports.
In November 2024, NDLEA operatives in Kano State seized 709.979 kg of illicit drugs, including cannabis sativa and various psychotropic substances. The prevalence of these substances threatens Kano's vibrant football community, which includes hundreds of registered clubs. The Kano arm of the Nigeria Football Coaches Association has expressed concern about the increasing vulnerability of young players to drug abuse. To address this challenge, the NDLEA has intensified efforts organizing outreach programs that target players, fans, and coaches.
It is towards. Based on the record, we are all living witness that Kano State is one of the leading states in Nigeria that is having highest number of drug abuse on our place. Yes, we believe we have the power, the authority, and the influence over our place. So by this enlightenment, we are going to, inshallah, convince our players and show to them the effect, the numerous negative effect of abusing drugs.
Definitely those fans that are following your club, you will be able to talk to them that you people, you stop this, because you are putting the club into trouble and the players into trouble. Sometimes we are going out for away matches or for matches outside our area, and because of the drugs abuse or because of you consume drugs, you will behave wrongly, and those people, they will take measures against the club.
The agency aims to instill awareness about the dangers of drug abuse while promoting a culture of discipline and health in sport.
If you see the statistics and the management of drug abuse in Kano, the rate is very, very high. So we need to make ways and methods like this by engaging with the sport association and the personnel, educating them about the ills of drugs, so that they will go back to educate their players and the fans and the supporters.
When it comes to the issue of the peddlers, I think they need to find a lasting solution in eradicating such. How do you do it? Because they can't do it alone. Even sometimes when you talk to those peddling this substance, they may not even listen. Some may even want to attack. The best thing is to report the issue to the appropriate authority that will handle such aspect.
The objective is clear: to foster a football culture that rejects substance abuse, safeguards mental and physical well-being, and provides a nurturing environment for Kano's budding talents. Abdulaziz Ibrahim, Trust TV News.
Jigawa State Governor Umar Namadi has launched a multi-billion naira project aimed at curbing gully erosion that has ravaged 3 communities in Dutse, the state capital, for decades. The initiative marks a turning point for residents of Dan Masara, Kalgo and Yalwawa who have suffered extensive loss of homes and farmlands due to severe erosion and flooding over the years. The report.
In a bid to address these long-standing environmental challenges, the Jigawa State Government, in partnership with the World Bank-funded Crystal project, has commenced a 7-kilometer construction project. The effort seeks to connect the 3 affected communities and prevent further environmental degradation. Governor Namadi explained that the erosion control project was developed by the state government in collaboration with the World Bank's Crystal initiative and other federal environmental programs. These interventions aim to enhance agroclimatic resilience and promote environmental sustainability across the state.
In fulfillment of our commitment, dealing with this age-long environmental problem becomes a priority. To contain and mitigate any further devastating effect of gully erosion in Damasara and Kalgo and Yalwawa communities, we are today flagging off a mega construction project to reclaim the gully-affected areas and control flood along farmlands and residential areas within the neighboring communities. As designed, the project will involve the construction of about 7 kilometers of U-shaped gravity-driven drainage structures, dozens of culverts of various dimensions with the connecting roads over them, and additional reinforced concrete structures sideways to ensure lasting resilience.
State officials emphasize that the current administration prioritizes environmental sustainability, particularly in combating the destructive effect of gully erosion, in desertification and land degradation. These issues have far-reaching consequences for residents' livelihood, including the loss of arable land and diminishing forest reserves. The project, which aligns with the government's broader agenda of implementing policies and interventions to protect the environment, projected to reclaim over 400 hectares of farmland, ensuring increased opportunities for agricultural activities.
I'm standing in place of the National Project Coordinator to appreciate you for your support
to the project in this place, because if we are not having your support, the people will not benefit as much as they should. And I also want to appreciate all the interventions environment, the Kagawa, Damansara, where this project is being taking place. We all want to appreciate you for your cooperation with the project, because if you are not patient, we will not be achieving what we are doing today. We'll still be needing more of your patience and more of the support.
Also thank His Excellency the Governor of the Govt State for putting Dutse as priority and other local government of the state, at least for bringing more and more capital projects. And Alhamdulillah, issues like the construction of Padisau housing estates, the issue of water project in Dutse, cost of 59 point something million, among other projects in Dutse.
Wannan zaizayar kasa musamman ta Kargo da Masara.
Erosion, especially in the towns of Kargo and Masara, is the main reason these towns are not growing. Kargo, which was one of the first layouts established since the creation of this state, has experienced significant setbacks due to erosion. By addressing and eliminating this issue, you will leave a lasting impact on the people of Jigawa State. As part of the initiative, the Jigawa State government is compensating 479 individuals who will be affected by the project. Additionally, vulnerable members of the communities, including those not directly impacted by the construction, are receiving empowerment support to improve their living standards. This ambitious project signals a decisive step towards addressing decades of environmental challenges while improving the livelihoods of the affected communities.
Adamawa State Governor Ahmadu Umaru Fantiri has undertaken an inspection of critical infrastructure projects initiated by his administration in Lamurde, the headquarters of Lamurde local government area in southern Adamawa State. The projects include a state-of-the-art cottage hospital, a model school housing both junior secondary and primary schools, and a science and technical college, all geared toward transforming the local community. Gibson Swadigo tells us more.
Accompanied by government officials, Governor Fentry commended the progress made at the Science and Technical College, while urging contractors handling the model schools to expedite work for completion by December 29th. He stressed the importance of adhering to deadlines to maximize the benefits for residents.
Contractor and directed him to double his effort, particularly the one that is working on the model primary school and junior secondary school. And he has promised in the next 30 days he will catch up with where he should be. And I've also promised him that I will be back on the 29th of December. And he should be counting the days because I will be back. And the consultants already have given him notice of revocation. So by the time I come back after 29 days and he is not at the level at which he has received payment, definitely we have no option than to revoke it because that is public funds.
During his visit to the cottage hospital, Governor Fentry acknowledged that while the facility is one of 9 hospitals established under his administration, it is yet to become fully operational. He assured the community that the hospital will be functional by the end of 2024 or early 2025, offering much-needed healthcare services locally and reducing the needs for residents to seek medical attention in Taraba and Gombe states.
The people of Lamurde are very dear to me. This is the last local government that borders Gombe and to the west to Taraba. So there's no way we would allow our people to be accessing facilities in other neighboring states when they have a government that they trust, they have a government that they believed in, and that they have a government that is ready to serve its people in place, and we will not be able to put these facilities for them. So we have to save cost for them.
Governor Fentry's visit underscores his administration's commitment to improving healthcare accessibility and educational infrastructure with the ultimate goal of enhancing the quality of life for the people of Lamurde. Gibson Suadugu, Trust TV News, Yola.
The Wurkum people of Taraba State recently lit up the Ameche community with their annual Fibe Festival, a vibrant celebration marking the end of the farming season. Through colorful dances, music and cultural exhibitions, the event highlights the community's rich heritage and commitment to cultural preservation. Trustees Gibson Swadigo was in Ameche to witness the festivities and now reports.
The Febe Festival is more than a celebration, it's a homecoming. Wurkum sons and daughters from far and wide gathered in Ameche, Karim Lamido local government area, to honor their roots and traditions. For decades, this ancestral community has hosted the festival, providing a stage for traditional dances, cultural displays, and artifacts exhibitions that captivate both locals and visitors.
Very important. We cannot throw our culture because it's our culture. We inherit it as such. Therefore, we continue after we are not alive. Our sons, they will inherit it. Yes.
Esteemed leaders, including district heads and stakeholders, attend the festival to support the community's cultural heritage.
It brings all Wurkums together, and it is the bedrock of our unity. Our forefathers used the occasion so that they settle squabbles if they are rare amongst the various clans. It is from this occasion that they plan communal projects that will be of benefit to the society. It is also from this occasion that we strengthen our relationship with our neighbors. So in essence, it is a very broad celebration that is essential in the life of the Wurkum man.
The Wurkum people, predominantly from Taraba State, also have communities in Adamawa, Gombe, and Plateau states. Known for their resilience and agrarian lifestyle, their homeland boasts breathtaking hills, valleys, and rivers.
This is a forum that we can meet together. It's a forum that we try to at least exhibit our culture and our tradition for the world to see.
Despite challenges like rural underdevelopment and limited access to essential services, the Wurkum people remain committed to preserving their heritage while embracing modernity.
Well, it's like we are departing from the culture. We don't even teach our children. So it's dying away. But the leadership, the current leadership are doing their best to encourage our children participating in all the cultural activities of Wurkum in the world.
In this particular event, the Wurkum stakeholders sit down and deliberate on issues that will promote their existence and bring in development for their people. From Ameche in Karilamido, Taraba State, Gibson Swadigo, Trust TV News.
And to developments in business, the Central Bank of Nigeria has raised the interest rate on deposits of commercial banks in each standing deposit facility to 26.5%, effective immediately. This represents a 0.75 percentage point increase from the 25.75% raise in August. CBN disclosed this in a circular signed by its Director, Financial Operations Department, Omolara Duque, on Friday. According to the Apex Court, the increase in interest rate on banks' deposits in SDF was based on the decision reached at the 298th meeting of the Monetary Policy Committee, where the committee retained the asymmetric corridor at plus 500 minus 100 around the monetary policy rate, MPR, and removed the second tier of the standing deposit facility of 19% on deposits above 3 billion naira. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will travel to Cape Town, South Africa on Monday to co-chair the 11th session of the Nigeria-South Africa Bi-National Commission with President Cyril Ramaphosa. The session, set for December 3, 2024, will be preceded by a ministerial meeting on December 2nd at the South African Parliament. According to Bayo Onanuga, Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, the meeting will address bilateral, regional and international issues, building on commitments made during the leaders' June 2024 meeting in Johannesburg and reviewing progress since the 10th BNC session held in Abuja in 2021. Discussions will span key areas including political consultations, migration, banking and finance, defense and security, manufacturing, energy, trade, and the social sector. Established in 1999, the Bi-National Commission fosters cooperation in diplomacy, trade, and security. This year's session marks its 25th anniversary and will include the signing of multiple memoranda of understanding to strengthen ties between the two nations. President Tinubu, leading a delegation of state governors, ministers, and senior officials, will return to Nigeria after the meeting. And to developments away from Nigeria, the Syrian military rushed in reinforcement and struck Idlib city Sunday to push back insurgents from advancing further after seizing Aleppo and surrounding strategic locations in an adjacent province in a surprise offensive. The insurgents, led by Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, took over most of Aleppo on Saturday and claimed to have entered the city of Hama. There was no independent confirmation of their claims. The swift and surprise offensive is a huge embarrassment for Syrian President Bashar Assad and raises questions about his troops' preparedness. It also comes at a time when Assad's allies, Iran and groups it backs, and Russia are preoccupied with their own conflicts. Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi travels to Syrian capital Damascus later Sunday. He told reporters that Tehran will back the Syrian government and army. Arab leaders, including Jordan's King Abdullahi II and United Arab Emirates President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed Al Nahyan, in calls with Assad, expressed their solidarity with Damascus. It's time now for some sports news. Let's join Adeni Ajishafe.
The first edition of Ajegunle City Youth Marathon came to a successful conclusion on 30th November 2024, with Francis James and Esther Afibu winning the men and women categories. The 10-kilometer race flagged off by Oba Maruf Amodu Tijani Amore 3, Olu of Iwana Papa Kingdom at the Maracana Stadium terminated at the Nigerian Army Signal Barracks, My 2 Lagos. Marathoner Francis James showed his ability to win the ultimate prize from the start of the race, dictating the pace from beginning to the finish line in a time of 32 minutes 0.2 seconds, followed by Elia Raymond in 32.04 seconds, as Emmanuel Elia bridged the tape in 32 minutes 31 seconds to win third place in the men's race. Meanwhile, Esther Afibu clocked 1 hour 12 minutes 35 seconds to win the women's race. Joy Davis second in 1 hour 13 minutes 44 seconds, with Fatade Hannah third in 1 hour 27 minutes 52 seconds. Francis James expressed happiness for winning the race, attributing his victory to the dedication and hard work. As women marathoner winner, Esther Afibu identified determination as motivator for her victory, hoping to defend her title in next edition.
Just keep training. You want to be like me. If you want to be a champion, to beat me, just keep training. Training is the best thing. Discipline and everything.
It means a lot. It means a lot because actually, this is not just a community race because a lot of people from other states came. So meaning it's more or less a national race. And for me to come out top is just by the grace of God. So I give glory to God.
Royal Father of the Day, Oba Muruf Amadou Tijani, expressed joy that the youth came out in their numbers for the race as Ajegunle residents cheered the runners.
Ajay Romi Ifelodun is always number one in Nigeria. We have set the pace, so let others follow now. You see, we want to bring our youth from the streets. We want to inculcate in them that there's always something for them to fall in, instead of them resorting to drugs and all other bad vices. We have shown it today. We started by the grace of Almighty God and we ended well. No casualty, everything went. And as the paramount ruler of Ajiromi Ifelodun and Apapa local government, I came out. I also participated in the walking, right from Maracana Stadium to Mile 2 Army Signal Barracks, to show that as the paramount ruler, I'm also not sleeping. I'm with them 24/7.
Project leader said the maiden race success is highly appreciated, with lots to be done to improve on the successive editions.
One of the things that we did differently was to ensure that, aside that we've done accreditation earlier, we tried to do the pickup of the vest and the bid to reduce the athletes' apathy, and that's the reason why we're having a large turnout. Quite some little gaps, but we are very much sure that in the next edition there will be rooms for improvement.
Ajegunle City Youth Marathon hope to be better and bigger in the next edition. That's Sport News. I'm Adeni Achishafe.
Very well then, that's about the size of our package for you on the News Hour tonight on Trust TV. Remember, you can always follow us across all of our social media platforms and also join our YouTube live stream for more news, programs and documentary. I am Aisha Salihu. Thank you so much for watching. Have a good night.
From the Daily Trust News Center, this is the News Hour.